Good evening. Thanks for coming out. I know it's kind of a lousy weather night, but I think that over the course of the next hour, you'll really enjoy what you're about to hear. Just a little bit of background on how this happens, and then I don't want to talk a whole lot because I can't. 10, 15 years ago, we started competing with the jazz ensemble, and we always wanted to host a show. And if you have a son or daughter in the band, or you follow it, you know that we go to shows almost every Friday night. We wanted to host a show, but we are in the middle of nowhere where not a whole lot of people, not a whole lot of bands showed up. So a good friend of mine, Jim Hines, and at that time Mike Davis, who's a trombone player, would come and judge for me. And we had 4 or 5 bands, and then Jim would come and play with the band, afterwards, and it was a great time. Long story short, it's a lot better for us to do a concert. The reason we did festivals at that time was we could only play 3 tunes, and that's what you need to do for a festival. It's funny, but it's true. Now at this point, we're 14 and 15 tunes in the folder in February, so it's what we've been trying to do to build this program to read down charts. So for the last 4 or 5 years, Jim has been coming and playing a concert with us. Jim's a close friend of mine, even though he probably won't admit it. And he really does give up a lot of time to come play with this band. Currently, he is playing the lead trumpet book in Beautiful on Broadway. He subs 6 or 7 different Broadway shows. Anything that you hear on TV and movies is probably Jim. And to have a friend that'll give up a regular paycheck like that and come and play with a bunch of high school kids, it just shows that he believes in music education and really, really, really loves playing, even with high school kids. So I think what you're going to hear tonight is something special. This band has really grown over the last 3 or 4 years, and for February, we're kicking. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce a real good friend of mine, Jim Hines. Start with Miles Davis's 7 Steps to Heaven. one of the pieces that we are going to open with at our festivals. And you want to keep up with this band, we've been asked to play an awful lot. Next week, Thursday, there's no school Friday, we were accepted to play at the Roman Jazz Festival, so we'll be playing there Thursday. We have a 4:30 gig. And then we are going to Lenape High School, which is right outside of Philadelphia, and we play, I think, at 8:30 Thursday night. So it's going to be a busy week for us. Next piece we're going to play is Round Midnight. Featuring Josh on trumpet, Jim on whatever he's going to play. All kinds of music in there.
I just wanted to say what a pleasure. Wish you could turn this up, way up, and then I'll just play off axis. But what a pleasure it is, to hear the band again, because as I told you, I've been coming for the past few years, and I've been able to see the evolution of the band, and I think the band sounds fantastic. It's really great to see it grow, and it's really great to see the great work that Cliff has been doing here. I say that because it's actually true, because I actually have seen the work that some band directors do, and it's not that good. But in this case, you're very, very fortunate. Anyway, I thought it would be nice if Josh came up here and we kind of played this together. It's going to kind of feature him, and I'm going to play a little subservient role to you. I promise not to get in your way too bad.
You want a mic?
Yeah, we can kind of.
You good with just that?
Yeah, let's just share this one. Don't play that.
And that egg has a little solo here. This big. Yeah. There. There you go, right?
especially gratifying for me to hear Josh play because in my entire career as a musician, I've let's say rarely given trumpet lessons. I just don't have the time. I don't have the patience for it because most kids are not really that serious about playing trumpet. If I give a lesson to a college kid who's trying to maybe break into New York or blah blah blah, I actually have been giving Josh lessons for like about 3 months now, and I think he's doing great. I mean, it's amazing to find a kid who actually, wants to learn and actually kind of cares about the fine points of playing. He's one of the few people in my life that actually listens to me when
Just got married.
You included. Yeah, well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
I did just get married a couple months ago. I just got back from my honeymoon last week, so.
Oh,
How was the trip?
way to play the crowd. Yeah, wait, we're going to talk about this. You didn't tell them, though, how this whole honeymoon came about.
They don't need to know.
So Jim goes, man, I'm going on a honeymoon, doing a cruise. Now, I'm like afraid to do a cruise because I think I'm either going to throw up for the entire time or be bored. But he's like, no, man, I think cruises are cool. I got this whole cruise taken care of, blah, blah. But he's like, we were excited about it. I couldn't figure out what was going on until he told me the details. It wasn't really just a honeymoon, was it?
Well, it was a honeymoon, but it was a paid for. I got it paid for. I had to play a show on the boat.
Yeah, so he brings his wife to work. He brings his wife to work and calls it a honeymoon. But if that's the case, my wife is still on a honeymoon.
We had a good time, so the honeymoon is continuing.
Yeah, me too. All right, so we are just feeling good, right? So I love to explore using different things and weird things and just things that you don't see in high school. And I'm super lucky to have a lot of talent up here. And Mark, who plays lead trumpet, is for 4 years has been. Always asked to sing, and I thought it was a joke. And then I went back and watched the Dare Rival thing from you in 5th grade, and the kid can actually sing. So we kind of custom made a tune for him. I think you'll know the tune. It's called "Feeling Good." It's been done multiple times lately. And he's not playing chumpy. You notice there's not a red instrument in his hands, but he's going to sing. So Moose, just make sure you can hear him over the band. And
Cliff will pay $10 to anybody who knows what the Broadway show is.
okay.
Good demo.
Hey. There you are. Okay. All right. Ready? Here we go. Mark, you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Ready?
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly, you're out in the sun. You know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun. You know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is low. That's what I mean. And this whole world and a whole world
See, you really can sing. Oh,
No, I was gonna say. This is a cool tune coming up. Actually, I had no idea what we were playing today when I got here. Oddly enough, I still have no idea what we're playing. It's funny how that always works out when I come to Ramsey. But this is a great tune by Charles Mingus, Fables of Falmouth. And I actually asked the band who Falmouth was, and one smarty pants actually knew who Faubus was.
The one you sent?
The one who just sang, oddly enough, he's the guy who Faubus was. No, I'm sure you all know who Faubus was. So this is about the great Governor Faubus.
Oh, that's it, you're done?
That's it. Now people are Googling right now. What's that? It's all the racists.
Are you done? June's song is going to play the Barry part now.
My bad.
This is June's song on Barry.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Anybody Googles Governor Fabulous? Nah,
Oh, okay. So Jim played like 9,000 gigs today and then showed up here. I think he was going to play 3 things. Yeah. Kind of right, huh?
yeah, about the 9,000.
Where'd you play today?
I was an album for a singer and then a jingle for Google Android.
Oh, so every time you use Google, you get a gig?
Maybe.
Now I know why you want anybody to Google that. On your Android. So, not everybody loves Mingus. Half this band does not like Mingus. It's weird. That last tune was kind of out there.
It's weird. He was trying to make a statement.
So, the programming genius I am.
As the crowd goes silent.
Yeah.
These are your friends?
Yeah, no friends. We followed that up with an absolutely beautiful rendition of What's New. Actually, Jim sent this to me, a friend of his. kind of did the arrangement, and so we worked it up in a rehearsal. Now Jim is going to play What's New? What's new?
Not much.
He got married. His wife got like, she's funny.
My friends played.
Here, ready? You enjoying the concert so far? So just so you know how our day went, we came in at, well, we all had school today. And we came in at 5 o'clock and hammered out 10 2, which is a lot for any brass player. If you're a brass player, you know, playing for an hour and a half is, in high note land, especially in trumpet land back there, that's a job. And a lot of high school kids, that's it, they're done. Then we came back, we ate a little bit, and at 7 o'clock we did a sound check, and here we are playing for another hour and change for you guys. So there are very few high school bands, and you know, I'm lucky. I get to go around to a lot of places and work with other bands, and it's kind of a cool part of my job. There are very few that do what we did here, and you know, it's not me. It's these guys. They come in. Excuse me, 2 nights a week, and we have a 6 o'clock rehearsal that starts at 10 minutes of 6. They start playing at 10 minutes of 6, and at 7:30 they look up and it's like time to go, and we play an hour and a half. And Brandon, you've been around for a long time as a senior. We just look at each other going, where did the time go? And that's what makes this band different than pretty much any other band I've taught or I've seen. I never had in February this many charts in a book that are presentable for a concert. So we just keep going and we keep getting better. And the reason that happens is, as I said, it's them and it's the support I get here from my administration. The principal of Ramsey High School, Dr. Thumb, happens to be kind of a friend of mine, I guess, even though I hate to kind of admit that. He's probably sitting with our mom. No, he's not.
He moved.
You moved? You didn't want to sit next to mom anymore?
He moved me.
What?
He moved me.
He moved you? Great. But he literally helps me and helps us whenever we need it. He went to London with 150 kids and myself and helped me get them through the streets of London and to all the jazz band things that the group played there. He's always trying to help this group. And you know, I talk to my colleagues all around, not just the state but the country, and I think I'm the only one that really gets the support from the administration. And I didn't know if he was coming tonight, otherwise I would have baked him a cake. But so I just want to thank Dr. Duff for everything he's done. My supervisors here tonight, Ken's learning. He's young, and I'm whipping him into shape. So his support's been unbelievable. Also, and Alyssa is holding up. I got him, Alyssa. I'm on it. Nights like this are extremely special. You know, I feel like I'm doing a Jerry Lewis help, but give me a minute. And nights like this are real special. There are not many groups that get to bring in someone like Jim and do an hour and a half rehearsal and then do a concert of this caliber. It doesn't happen everywhere. You don't get to bring in someone like our sound engineer, Lewis, who came in from Long Island and skipped the job to be here. He's not doing a Broadway show tonight. He's not doing a gig tonight. All to help these kids out. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So I'd like to thank these guys. This is not an inexpensive night for us to run. And Alyssa's going to be walking around with the box, and anything that you feel that you can contribute to this evening, we would truly appreciate, because as I said, it's a fairly expensive night for us to run. So again, anything you feel that is a good amount is appreciated by us. It's kind of like church, I guess. Yeah, but the music's good. Well, I'm going to take myself into a hole. You're not helping. I see you sitting here. I'm suffering and you do nothing. It's so deep. It's beautiful. There is a chart that we've always wanted to play. We just didn't quite have the chops for it last year. I'm not sure if we have the chops for it at this moment either. I'm saying no, it's a concert, it'll be fine. Black Orpheus is a tune that has made its way for 2 years around this band, and we have not been able to play it. And I said to them, I said, you know, I'll see you a lot better. Let's see what you do. And they went home and started learning parts. We didn't get it all quite done, so luckily Jim's here to fill in the parts we can do.
These are so small, I can't see it.
It's not small, you're old. You're no old ones, that's the problem. Anyway, I think I stalled well enough. Black Orpheus, right? You wanted to do this, just remember. I said, no, no, no. He said, oh yeah, let's do it. Mark's like, yeah, everybody else is going to kill Mark later. Just remember, these guys will listen to this. It is a great chart. Let's do it, Bill. Okay?
Do it.
All right, here. All right.
Yeah, baby. Right on.
Wow. Woo. Amazing. Every once in a while, because line squirrel gets it done.
And he's talking about me.
Yeah. Are we doing sway? Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got it ready. Here you go. Here you go.
I'll be back.
So we brought Mark up before, and I mean, obviously, phenomenal singer. And now we're bringing up another phenomenal singer. This is not Mark. This is the polar opposite of Mark. But they both make your own. Can you figure out how to do this? See? Mark, she can do like this.
It was loose.
Yeah, okay. Tara Lellos, ladies and gentlemen. He is my vocal go-to guy, person, sorry. You know, whether it's a star-spangled banner or a tune with the jazz ensemble, it's rock solid, rock solid. So, not the first year singing with us, certainly, and I look forward to another couple more, I guess. This is also a tune that's been kind of out lately, and people are doing versions of it. And to be honest, this version of Sway that we're going to do, I did not like, so we completely changed it and made it our own. It's the polar opposite of what you just heard. It is just back and soft and awesome and here we go.
Dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it dancers keep me on the floor. Tear but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me, sway me now. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance around, play with me, stay with me, sway with me.
While we're changing things around a little bit. Oh yeah, you are. Got it. While we're moving things around a little bit, a couple people who never get enough recognition, and that's the rhythm section. We lost a bass player last year. He's now a music major in college, doing the jazz thing. And in my mind, finding a good bass player is what holds everything together. And Matt last year was playing auxiliary percussion, and he picks up a bass and is just absolutely ridiculous. I am so happy that Andre, I don't call you Ramsey, so that's weird. He just sits there and he never misses a note. And Connor, I mean, the last few weeks, Connor has been on fire. This is what makes it all happen, and it's rock solid. So, awesome, great. I'm trying to save your face a little bit. We are going to do Coltrane's Moment Notice. Okay. So we're not going to do not so much here. So just do it like we always do it.
These notes are small.
The notes aren't small, you're old. This is getting old now, man.
They've gotten smaller the last 10 minutes.
I got older the last 10 minutes.
My friend.
You ever hear about his honeymoon? All right. Honor. Ready? One.
Sway
So, wow, we waited for an hour. See, we're right, it's a long time. I'd like to thank you.
He appreciates everybody coming by. He's such a man of few words. Fortunately, I'm not. So, no, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Cliff for having me. I love hanging with the kids for the afternoon, and it's so much fun because I really like all these kids. They're so nice, and it's always fun. And man, I look forward to coming back whenever you want to have me. So thanks for having me, and thank you all for coming out.
So we're going to finish with the tune that I think, I'm 99.9% sure, we are going to finish with in our competition and festival set. Chick Corea tune entitled La Fiesta. Features a lot of the rhythm section. We finally get to hear Andre's make Chick Corea solos.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Brandon's playing the soprano sax, which is kind of cool. Impossible to tune, but kind of cool. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. But you can. Oh, dude, I can't. Come on.
Thank you for coming. What is